Hello, just starting up now. Let's see. Hopefully I've left my mic on. It looks like I have. Let me know how sound is, guys. Let's see. So, whoop. Scene. There we go. Took its time. Hello, hello everybody. Welcome. I have a coffee and a box of After Eights. I'm not going to eat all of them, obviously, but I didn't want to just bring like one or two. But they're really nice and minty, so excellent. And here's the crackle sound of freshly opened After Eight. Hello, hi guys. Honestly, there's no better well, maybe there is, but there's no better like sweet taste like minty chocolate. Very nice. Also, I've got to read, so don't think I can sit and eat them. Although that would be nice. So how are we all? How's your week been, guys? Lovely. It's a nice cold coffee drink I've got right here because it's been oddly hot even though it's been rainy. Oh, nice. I hope your dog's okay and it's just a nice everything's good checkup. I assume Brilliant Diamond is Pokemon. Yeah. What the hell? I need to look that up. What's a Mesprit? Oh! Aw, it's kind of cute. In a it's probably gonna kill me kind of way. Huh. What a weird Pokemon. Not the weirdest though, I have to admit. Ah. I see. Yeah. No, I'm most familiar with just Gen 1 Pokemon. If you ask me what a Bulbasaur is, I'll know what you mean. Anything else? No, that's a lie. I know what a Rayquaza is, I think. So you just kind of need to, like, become a duck hunter, essentially, and shoot them out of the sky, is what it sounds like. You know, it just tries flying away. Oh no, Mesprit tried to flee. Easy. And then you become friends. I see. Yeah, no, we were... Speaking of Pokemon, we were out today in Glasgow doing some fun shopping and stuff. I got some new manga. I'm not really a big manga person, but there's this one series I loved when I was a kid called Inuyasha. So I've just been slowly collecting all of the volumes from the manga. Because it's good. But I also got another book, at a Forbidden Planet, which was sorry, related to the Pokemon. yeah, I saw Pokemon in the place where I got manga, and obviously, Lisa, I sent you, I think it was a Raichu. It might have been. I don't know what else it could have been. So yeah, I saw lots of Pokemon today. Where is that damn book? Here it is. I picked up a piece of, I think it's a fantasy novel called The Story of Silence. The tale of a non-binary knight finding the courage to be who they are. And it's really, I'll put a picture in the Discord after. But the art for the book looks really nice, and I like the description because it's kind of about, well, obviously, I assume the main character was born as a girl, and they're kind of like dismissed back in the medieval period as, oh, you're a daughter, you're not as good as a son, and they're like, no, but I want to be a knight and all this. It sounded really good, and I really like the art on the cover, and that played a big influence on it. But it sounds really good, so I'm probably gonna give that a read, at least chapter 1 tonight. So yeah, a nice day out. I also got a nice, I think I posted it in the Discord, I got a lovely new crystal necklace, and it's really nice. Oh, Frognan! Oh, I love that! Froggernan, oh. Just catching up on chat, I got a bit enamoured with my new books. Oh, it wasn't a Raichu. See, like I said, I don't know anything that isn't Gen 1 Pokemon. Wait, is Raichu even... 2 minutes. Raichu. Is Raichu... Don't you dare tell me it was in red and blue. Don't you dare. It's not telling me what gen it was, but now I'm annoyed. If it's Gen 1, I'm gonna be embarrassed. I know Raichu is your favourite Pokemon. That's why I sent it thinking it was Raichu, but you know, whatever. Anyway, onto Stars Arisen, I suppose. Try to remember. Last time we did the battle, I'm going to specify chat. You guys tried to pick the pacifist route and tried to have it like, oh, us, our mom, and the assembly, we're all going to work together. You know, we're all in this together. That didn't work out. But we didn't kill Mum and Daddy Baz. Which is good. But they are now imprisoned because we battled atop the top. Wait, didn't Vivian just not show up that entire fight actually, even though we asked him to come along? He's just hovering in the background, invisible T-posing. I'm sure he'll pop up now. But yeah, I assume we're gonna have some cooldown after this as we wait for the next event in the story, which is the falling of the Gravedigger's Star, which I assume we're gonna decide what to do with our power, I guess. Last time democracy destroyed our family. As it always does. That's why we need to live in a dictatorship. Aww. No, I really want to see more, like, Frognan. I really liked that. I'm like, look at his eyes. Yeah, no, it was really good. Coffee. Ugh. Anyway, on to chapter 11, I suppose. Who knows what's gonna happen? Maybe democracy will be the end of everything. Oh! Chapter 11, Stars Amaze. Oh boy, here we go. It's hard to say if it's frustrating or comforting that, after everything that's happened, you've ended up alone in Baz's house again. Vivian didn't turn up. Thanks, Vivian. To be fair, at least Vivian's safe. That's important. Most of a week after the sorceress's return to Calestri, 2 days before the Gravedigger star is due to fall, you still haven't quite gotten used to the feeling. Baz won't be coming home, so his house is just as you left it on the day of the Tower Ball. Oh yeah, we fought in our starry dress. We were like, what's the term the kids use? Riz? We had mad riz, I think. Please tell me I'm using that right. I'm too old for this. It's still the only home you have in Calestri. Somewhere in the depths of the tower, your parents are bound in its dungeons. You gather that the guards have threatened to kill Baz if your mother shows any sign of attempting an escape. Okay. And that consequently she hasn't moved. Yay, she loves Baz. Yay. After their capture, you were discouraged from visiting them, out of fear of the effect your arrival might have on the sorceress. Yay, Vivian! Vivian is occasionally present in the house with you, as always, but he's largely making himself scarce at the moment, keeping an eye on what's happening in the rest of the city, he says. Resurrection doesn't seem to interest him just yet. Doesn't feel like it's over yet, the fighting. Does it? He said when you last saw him. Probably safer I stay like this so no one can touch me. Don't want to get killed again the second I'm breathing. That's fair. The stars remain in your possession, floating at your back or resting on the floor behind you. No one at the tower has yet challenged you for them, but you strongly suspect that it's only... there's 5 options. That it's only a matter of time. Even as the city has settled into some semblance of peace, you can tell that no one will be quite ready to relax until the Gravedigger's star has fallen. 1. I hope this calm does last. I can't take much more tension. 2. I'm ready for whatever comes. The excitement of the sorceress's arrival made me feel alive. 3. The stars are mine, and I mean to protect them, whatever anyone else has in mind. 4. The stars have brought on too much trouble already. I'd give them up if it meant peace. 5. The stars aside, I want the tower. By right, that's where I belong. What do we think, guys? Yeah, poor daddy. He's fine. He made his bed and he lay in it. And then, 9 months later, a Morrigan popped out and then all of this started up. 1. Well, you guys choose. I'm gonna have an After 8. These are so yummy. I recommend them. 1 free. Okay. I also love that Vivian's trusting us to just hang on to the stars and not turn them back alive again. Also 1. But I'm eating an After 8. Sorry. There we go. Okay. You sit there. Whatever is to come of the stars in the city, you're all running out of time to settle it. You're just heading downstairs for breakfast when Vivian blinks into existence before you. Sorry, I still taste mint. His appearance is so abrupt you automatically take a startled step back, even after all this time. Sorry. Vivian says, his form solidifying as he looks you over. And, morning. No, I haven't been around much. Feel like I should keep myself informed on what's going on out there. It's not like I need to sleep. Aw. Already he's glancing over his shoulder toward the window. 1. I pull him into an embrace. Oh yeah, we also romanced Vivian. I think that was a couple of chapters ago though. Like we finalized, we've what's it called, a hard lock? We've locked his romance, got it. There we go. 2. I've missed you. I don't have to work so hard. You don't have to work so hard, you know. 3. Are you going to be disappointed when you have to start entering rooms through their doors again? 4. Are you learning anything interesting? Oh, a French press. Fancy. 1. Okay. We pull him into an embrace, because why would we not? We're romancing him. You approach carefully, waiting for Vivian to indicate his readiness to be touched. Aww. When he nods, you wrap your arms around him, and he presses himself against you. When he sighs, you can't feel any breath coming from him. But his body against yours is very real. Good to see you too. I'm not. No, he's calling her Morrigan. I'm not saying Starbrat, even though I just said it. Call her by her name, sir. He murmurs. Vivian looks over your head to the stars behind you. Don't start getting comfortable just because you have those, he says, frowning. No one would be stupid enough to let someone else hold the stars while they try to rule the city. He glances out your front window. I should go. There are still things I want to check on out there. What the city's shaping up to be now. But I'll try to come around more often. Keep better track of time. Aww. 1. I kiss him before he goes. 2. I wrap him in an embrace for as long as he'll stay, which is... is he like a cat then? Just meh. Sorry. 3. Are you sure you can't stay a little longer? We could have a proper reunion. I nod significantly. Oh, to the bedroom. 4. Where are you going exactly? Oh, it's 100% free, guys, isn't it? 1-1. I assume number 1 is gonna win once again. Yep. 1-1-1-1-1. Cat. I don't know where cat is an option, but I would pick it if it was. Okay, the after eights are getting sealed because I will just devour the entire box. So I guess it's 1. Smoochy time. Vivian leans into your touch, his lips soft against yours. His fingers curl at the nape of your neck, sending a pleasant shiver down your spine. Promise I'm not hiding from you. Aww. He murmurs into your ear. But I've known this city when it's been unsettled, even before anyone started trying to fight the sorceress. Times like that, you want to know what's going on. And I might be better at finding that out than anyone else right now. With that, he steps back and disappears. We still have Richard's... Do we? I don't think we have his cat. Surely it belongs to his family? His grieving family? What, are we gonna take that as well? I know my mum killed your dad, but I'm also taking your cat as well. No, not Mittens. That's actually evil. That's more evil than killing the dad. Anyway, the day passes with the usual bustle of arranging Callistri's recovery. You wake up on the next morning The last day of the year, to cold and clear weather and the knowledge that the Gravedigger's star will fall tomorrow. Just after breakfast, there's a knock at the door, and you answer it to find a contingent of the Sublime Guard. For a moment you tense, wondering if you're about to be arrested, but instead the foremost guard simply holds out a letter for you. It's sealed, you note, with the emblem of the Astral Assembly. Morrigan Celeste. We trust you will agree that the fate of the remnant stars concerns all of Calestri, not you alone. We ask that you report immediately to the Sublime Tower, with the stars in hand, that we might discuss their future and the future of our city. Despite the phrasing, you know at once that this isn't truly a request. The presence of the guards certainly makes it difficult to refuse, and while you could certainly fight them all off with the stars at your back, you couldn't do it without causing something of a scene. Besides, you'd only be prolonging the inevitable. Calestri's leaders were never going to let a private citizen own the remnant stars without a fight. Whether you can strike a deal with them, or you simply mean to make it clear once and for all that the stars will remain your property, you're going to have to speak to the Assembly at some point. 1. I'm happy to go. I want to work out something that's best for everyone. 2. I'll definitely go, but only to demonstrate that no one can take the stars from me. 3. I'm not sure this is a good idea, but challenging the Assembly and the guards seems like a worse one. 4. I wouldn't want to decide the fate of the stars by myself anyway. It's true, they affect everyone. 5. I'm not sure I want to keep the stars for myself at all. Do I really need all this power? Tyranny is its own little category. We do not enact tyranny upon kitty cats. They're like an outside entity. You know, like the movie The Mummy? And it's like, oh, cats are the guardians of the underworld. They're not, but go with that for the movie's sake. And they're like, Imhotep is like terrified of cats because of it. And they'd hold up a cat and he goes, ah! Imagine that, but it's Elgar'nan, and you're just holding up a cat and he goes, ah! You don't mess with cats. They are their own separate divine being. Tyranny doesn't mess with cats. Anyway. 4 free. Okay, number 3. I'm not sure this is a good idea, but challenging the Assembly and the guards seems like a worse one. Yeah. You nod to the guards, gather the stars. They're never far from your person. Pardon me? And head out for the tower. God, I got lost for a second there. On arrival at the Sublime Plaza, you discover the grim reminders gathered in a growing mob. They're shouting your name. In a good way? When they notice your arrival, a jeer goes up across the crowd. I don't think it's in a good way. Natalia Grimaldi soars to the front of the crowd. Her earrings gleam brightly. Can we steal more of them? Somewhat miraculously unscathed by anything that happened the last time you gathered here. Ariel Grimaldi is among the people you recognise in the crowd behind her, all evidently content to let Natalia take the lead. Morrigan, Natalia calls out, looking longingly at the stars behind you. Excellent timing you had. We were just hearing that the tower called you here. But luckily we're going to get to you first. The stars, Morrigan. I strongly urge you to recognise what none of your forebears have. All one of my forebears? 2, I guess. The stars belong by rights to all the people of Calestri. We're going to get our hands on them whether you grant it or not. Excuse me? It'll be a lot easier for everyone if you grant it. She raises her eyebrows at you in a clear challenge. Try me, is all I have to say in response. Try me. As she speaks, the guards and assembly delegates pour out into the plaza. They're all looking to you, awaiting your response to Natalia's prodding. You can feel tension rising in the air. No matter what you say here, all of Calestria will know before long, and you'll alienate some people and delight others. There's little point in lying, with the final star about to fall and either expand your trove or entomb it. You need to know who your real allies are. This is your moment, and you'll have to announce it for everyone to hear. What are your intentions for the stars? 1. They're mine. They're going to stay mine. No one else will touch them without my express permission. 2. I'll let a few trusted people use them, the way the harnessers talk about, but not the whole city. 3. I'll do whatever the remainders want. I'll make the stars available for everyone. The naturalists are right. The stars are too dangerous and they shouldn't exist. I'm going to bury them in the earth. 5. I think the right thing to do is to yield them to the assembly where the naturalists will bury them. What do you guys think? Those are a lot of options. Oh, just instantly. Okay. 2. Yeah, a few trusted people can use them. It's for us to decide who's trusted, you know? That's also tyrannical. You know? We should have called our main character T-Rex. You know, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The tyrannical lizard. I wish Vivian would call us T-Rex. Can you imagine what I'd be like if I was high? All of this would just go up to 11. An oligarchy. Yeah, actually, yeah. Fair point. That's just an oligarchy. Looking at you, Richard. Okay. I guess we're going with 2 then. I'll let a few trusted people use them, the way the harnessers talk about, but not the whole city. I'm fueled on coffee. What? Natalia skills at you. Come on, Morrigan. After all your time in this city, you really think that'll help anything? Yes. It's just the people at the top shutting them away, like always. Now I'm at the top shutting them away. There you go. Around her, the remainders look equally displeased, and you see a variety of reactions spreading for the rest of the crowd. Relief, anger, uneasiness. You have a feeling that you're about to lose control of the situation. Perhaps you can steer the crowd, influence their reaction. On that note, I forgot to show us what our stats were, so I'll do it right after this. But there was no announcement you could have made about the remnant stars that would have gone over peacefully. There. 1. I'll stare coldly out at the I'll stare coldly out at the crowd, leaving no room to question my decision. 2. I'll start backing away. I want to be prepared if this goes badly. 3. I'll command everyone to remember the power the stars have granted me. 4. I'll explain that I truly think this decision is best for everyone. I'm high on minty chalk. I might be. I've had like 3 of them, I think. Okay. Here's our strength, grace, ingenuity, resolve, rhetoric, art history. We are very artistic. We're very merciful. We're surprisingly more stoic than lively. Cautious, modern, and modest. I don't see the point in this. We have the stars family secrets. I don't know what they are now. Oh, I assume this means secrets we've uncovered, not the secrecy itself. Okay. I'm dumb. Savior. A surprising amount of tyranny. All the same. Mother is benevolent, even though that didn't work out. Grim reminders. Everybody seems to like us. Roughly. Mum doesn't like us, except for Mother. Mother hates us. Bernard still likes us. I know it's because he's dead and it doesn't, the percentage just doesn't change anymore, but it's just funny that he's still, actually, it ended on a high note. A mint coffee. Oh, mint sounds nice. Mint is one of my favourite flavours. Is mint a flavour specifically? Like, I know like sweet... No, it must be. Like, garlic is a flavour, so mint must also be a flavour. I'm dumb. I think you guys picked 4. I'm dumb. I'll explain that I truly think this decision is best for everyone. You smile as you speak, hoping your sincerity can come through, and while you clearly don't persuade everyone, you do see a number of people stepping backward, relief in their faces. Before you can attempt anything further, Natalia rushes toward you. You really can't have thought this through if this is what you think you've decided, Morrigan. She starts to say, but gets no further than that. She's flying forward, not at all unusually, but in this tense environment and after what Calestry's just experienced, the mere presence of wind magic seems to push things too far. The reminders dash up alongside her, the guards still, and the crowd breaks apart in a panic. Screams split the air, some of protest and some of fear, and spells from the reminders shake the already rattled plaza stone. I mean, to be fair, Baz likes us less than Vivian, purely because we've just been spamming all the positive things with Vivian. And Baz, we've kind of betrayed a tiny bit. Can we burn the city? I hope so. I hope so. The plaza feels suddenly packed, people advancing on you in a frantic mess would have fit better. In a frantic mass. It's hard to tell in this crush who's on your side and who means to take the stars from you. But you'll have to figure it out soon, because it's clear you're going to have to fight to keep the stars, and you're going to need allies. You're also going to need not to be trampled before you can even find them, rather than fleeing into the tower, too predictable, and you'd have to know everyone you can and can't trust inside it. You call on the stars to carry you straight up into the air, disorienting but not harming the people around you. You sweep around the tower and eventually land on the opposite side. It's not the most defensible position in the long term, but hopefully you've given anyone intent on chasing you time to lose track of you. And you can fly back to the tower entrance in a matter of moments once you're ready to go inside. Here on the quieter size of the plaza, I think it's meant to be side, you have a moment to think. Your thoughts stray below you for a moment. While most of the attention in the city is occupied elsewhere, this could be your best chance to get down to the dungeons. If there's anyone in those cells you think would be useful to have in the coming fight, you could take the time to set them free. Your mother has not managed to escape, as far as you know, nor has Baz. Of course, perhaps you'd rather leave them right where they are. The detour would also mean missing out on the start of whatever deliberations are going to happen over the stars and whatever advantages you might gain there. 1. I'm going to the dungeons. It's a worthwhile detour. 2. I'm going to the dungeons. There's at least one person who needs my help. 3. No, there's nothing of interest down there. I'm dealing with the stars. 4. No, I can't waste any time. I need to deal with the stars. Daddy. Okay. I kind of knew that was going to pop up. I turned my head and I knew I'd see at least one daddy in the chat. So, okay. Okay. Is it even a choice? Gonna make sure I pick there. Access to the dungeons by the traditional method is going to be tricky. What with the I don't think I can. No. Fur. I want to say fur. I don't want to say few. Because that's not right. Currently taking place outside the tower door. Fortunately, the attention that's drawing means that security elsewhere in the tower is rather lacking, which makes it remarkably easy to fly up to a window and then slip back down to the dungeon stairs. Whoa. The corridors of the tower dungeons are as winding and bewildering as ever. It's easy enough down here that you manage to slip into the office near the entryway and come up with a ring of keys. More of the cells are full than you're accustomed to, with the present state of things in Calestri. But there is still quite a few to spare. Your mother must have been capturing large swaths of the city at a time, if she ever had use for all these cells. Well, yeah. With everything going on up above, you probably shouldn't stay long enough to rescue more than one person. Who are you searching for? The sorceress, of course. Yeah. Okay, not Baz. Obviously Baz. You wonder if there will be extra scrutiny to contend with, given Baz's now public connection to the sorceress, but the few guards you do spot are very obviously positioned or in the most heavily secured cell in the dungeons, the one that must contain the sorceress, and are so focused on her that you avoid them relatively easily. In comparison to her and to the brewing riot in the plaza, Baz must be a much lesser threat. There we go. You have no means of tracking down Baz's latest cell, but aimlessly wandering, but you do eventually manage to find him at the end of an empty wing. Though the guards have vanished up to the plaza, the cell itself is still one of the more heavily reinforced ones, with a fixed stone door and nothing but a small barred window looking in. You peer in through that window to see Baz reclining against the far wall. When he sees your face come into view, he jerks up in a surprise and starts over to the door. Morrigan, what are you doing here? The relief on his face quickly gives way to suspicion. I wouldn't have thought you had any reason to concern yourself with me anymore. You've made your loyalties quite clear. I came here to let you go, you say. It's hard to see him properly, but you can still tell when surprise flushes across his face. Again, he says in a deliberately controlled voice. I can't imagine why. 1. You're my father. Of course I don't want you here. 2. I didn't want the sorceress ruling the city. That doesn't mean I have anything against you. 3. I wouldn't question it if I were you. 4. I'm beginning to think I chose my loyalties wrong. Daddy cool, Daddy Baz. Okay, that looks like we're split evenly. So, I'm gonna make it easier for me to deal with by making a poll, because I just noticed there's 4. And I haven't done a poll yet, which is surprising. I'm usually quite on top of those. Okay, there you go. I see. Okay. Well, I guess it's one. You're my daddy. Why would I not? Okay. And pull. You're my daddy. Of course I don't want you here. Family connections didn't seem to mean much to you before. Oof. Baz says. That they don't mean the same things to me that they do to you doesn't mean they don't mean anything at all. Aww. Write that on my tombstone. You say, rummaging through the stolen keyring. Baz says, also write that on my tombstone. Sounding skeptical and perhaps a bit lost for words. Eventually you come up with the correct key and the door swings open. Baz walks forward a little unsteadily. There's some excitement in the plaza right now, you warn him. About the stars. Yes, we rather thought there might be around now, Baz says, looking a little disoriented by his sudden freedom. I'm sure I'll manage, but I don't think we'll be on the same side up there, Morrigan. Oh. And I think it's better we not take the risk of leaving together in any case. Besides, I ought to pay your mother and her guards a visit. Oh. Dad! Why do you always choose Mum over me? He claps you on the shoulder, not giving you time to respond. Be careful, Morrigan. Goodbye. I'm starting to not like Baz. He strides down the corridor with remarkable speed, given how unsteady he looked on his feet a moment ago. You watch him go, then prepare to head back up to the plaza. To be fair, if this was Sol Llewellyn, do you think if Solus and Llewellyn had a kid and this kind of situation happened, do you think Solus would help his kid or help, like, a imprisoned Llewellyn? So we just wasted time freeing Baz. That sucks. Anyway, by the time you reach the front of the towers again, the tower again, the crowd is beginning to split apart. Before you can get much closer, someone grabs you by the arm and drags you back around the tower. To your surprise, it's Sergeant Lindsay, who I don't remember. Celeste, come on, she says briskly. Is that briskly? I think it is. We're going to transport you to the site where the astronomers have projected the stars going to fall. Where the astronomers have projected the stars going to fall. I don't want anyone mobbing you first. Thank you. Captain's orders, you ask? Captain's orders, Lindsay agrees mildly. Turns out, of all the people who might end up taking charge of the stars, you're the one we hate the least, so here we are. Nice. I love that this random NPC is helping us more than her own father. She jerks her head toward the front of the tower. Reminders and the sorceress's lot are plotting how to ambush you back there. Seems like the Reminders are in charge. So we're going to get you and those things out of here. I'm to show you to a cart. We're headed outside the city. Come on. With a meaningful look that indicates she'll start dragging you again if you don't keep up, Lindsay strides off. Thanks, Lindsay. Who the fuck is Lindsay? Okay, so Baz is just Solus, but like dollar store Solus. Okay, fair, okay. The terrain outside Calestri rolls along. Oops. There. Don't. You know what? I'm going to put that off to the side. I know for a fact I'm going to end up spilling it. Because I move my hands a lot. The terrain outside Calestri rolls along in a series of hills, sloping gradually downward from the one that makes up the heart of the city itself. The site where the last of the remnant stars will evidently be coming to Earth falls in a valley between two hills, innocuous and unembellished. The nearest signs of civilization, some distant farmland. Got it. The winter's hand feels even more obvious here than it does in the city. There's still no snow in either place, but the grass is brown and scarce, and the copses of trees are bare. It's drier than Calestri too, just far enough out to have avoided the worst of the recent meteorological turmoil. That is a fun word, oh my god, no, I can't say it now. Recent meteorological, I've lost it. That's a fun word though. It feels, as you study it, very much like a place where the earth could split open. And it very well may. Your train of wagons out of the city is remarkably well organised, given the speed at which it left. The assembly must have been preparing for this departure for some time, perhaps even practising it. Though you're not certain how they could have kept that secret, by the time your cart reaches the valley, and you're allowed to disembark. No. The guards are already setting up a perimeter. Travelling here took most of the rest of the day, and it's well into evening now. The stars are bright in the sky above you. Most of them will still be up there tomorrow. Pardon me? You've never heard a particular time for when the Gravedigger's star will descend. It could be a handful of hours from now, or it could be most of a day. When you look up into the sky, nothing appears to be falling yet. 1. I wish it would fall right now. I've been waiting far too long for this. 2. However long it takes, I'll be ready. 3. I don't think I'm prepared for this. I wish we had longer. 4. I don't know if it's possible to be ready for something like this, but it's my responsibility to face it. Aw, no, don't say that. She's gonna miss his coffee. Aw. I see, 4-4-2. Well, 4 is winning it. Are you ready? No. Okay, let's go. Well, you managed to arrive first. You could tell... Whoops. Whatever, I'll scroll down in a minute. You could tell on the road that you were being followed. It isn't long before the valley is flooded with carts and wagons and people. Any hope of keeping this location a secret, obviously long gone. The sorceress's followers are gathered together, insistently present. Most of the assembly is here as well, Ravenna among them. The Sublime Guard stands before them. M, of course, is at the front. The remainders have fit themselves in around the edges of the valley, Natalia and Ariel hovering among them. There are others here too, people from Calestri who've come to see the star's descent in the final battle. Oh boy. No one said anything about a battle. You've spotted Harper once and once or twice at the edge of the crowd, bent over his notebook, though he seems to be doing his best to make himself scarce. And while you can't see Vivian and didn't have time to get word to him before departing the city, you wouldn't be surprised if he's here somewhere too. You know he tends to keep an eye on major events happening in the city, and you doubt anyone could have missed the sudden mass egress. Ooh, fun word too. Calling out to him seems unlikely to be productive, though. With this many people around, he's probably disciplined to make himself known without a very... he's probably disciplined to make himself known without a very good reason. I think I said that sentence right. For the moment, each group is keeping to themselves to strategize, watching the others warily, but not quite committed to an outright battle. If you wanted to speak to anyone before the confrontation truly begins, this could be your last chance. Who are we talking to, guys? How much does everyone like us again? Give me a moment. So we have Natalia, Ravenna, Harper, and M. Here we go. Everyone loves us, except for Natalia. I'm really surprised that M still likes us, considering we, like, well, it wasn't us, but, like, we, quote-unquote, murdered their dad. However, we don't have good camaraderie, I'll say, with Natalia. We have a good reputation with the Grim Reminders at 68%. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm not gonna lie, if it was me on my own, I would talk to M, because I feel like we owe them that. After, you know, Richard. You know? But it's not my playthrough. I'm gonna nibble on another After Eight because I can. I want to sit on my throne with all of my stuff and just be nibbling on an After Eight. It's the equivalent of, like, having my grapes peeled for me. I want people to just hand me an After Eight. Okay. I'll put it back to the choices. Minty. Okay. That's one for M. M. And I assume Ravenna for you, Rylan? Sorry. Tongue twister. Right before M might try to kill us, maybe. Well, it's 2-1, so I think we're gonna talk to M. That's it. I need to double check that. 1 Ravenna. 1 M, 1 M. Okay, yeah, it's all coming up at M. M is conferring with several guards as you approach. When they see you coming, they straighten, stepping forward. Yes? What do you need? Oh, we might be able to, because M likes Natalia. We might be able to get them to stop. Okay, option 1. I'm glad you're here with me, M. 2. Do you think we're going to win? 3. Be careful out there. 4. I don't want to fight Natalia. This would be so interesting because I know for a fact you can have I'm pretty sure you can have a poly relationship with M and Natalia. So this would be such an interesting scene if that was going on. I see. 4, 4. Yep. I don't want to fight your not really girlfriend. M pauses, glancing uncomfortably around. I don't either, they say at last. But we knew she wasn't going to accept this easily. but maybe we can still work something out with her. Kieran and And calls something to M from the huddle of delegates, and M turns back. Whatever you need, just let me know, they say, and head off to meet Kiran. I see Kiran and Kieran. They're both their names. Yep. Same person. It's Holly or Holly. Both ways work. Suddenly... No, wait, Holly or Holy? No, oh my god, no. Actually, you have no idea how many times in my life people have called me Holy, and I don't understand. Anyway. Suddenly, a powerful wind rushes through the clearing. You raise your head to see a shape streaking through the sky. It's as instantly recognizable to you as it is for everyone else. And by the time the sorceress touches down, half the crowd is screaming in panic at her sudden return. What? How is this possible? It just walks away awkwardly. Don't know. Not a clue. Shouts Kieran, pushing to the front of the crowd of delegates. You're supposed to be in a cell. Where I remained because my husband was bound as well. Aw, they love each other. I know, like, they pretty much abandoned us, but aw. The sorceress says calmly, looking at her. You can tell her time in Calestri has done its work, because she's more human in appearance than when you last saw her. Her glow has faded enough that you can see her face, though she's still fairly colourless, apart from certain flashes of colour like her hazel eyes. She exists mostly in shades of grey. You wonder if she'll look fully human again, or if the time she spent away from Calestri has formed some kind of permanent scar. She sets down... she's carrying Baz bridal style. She sets down Baz, whom you can now see was wrapped in her arms as she... Yeah. Love that. Now that he is free, what was left to hold me? How? Kieran sputters, but the sorceress disregards them. As people recoil, she strides towards her waiting followers. The only people in the valley who look remotely pleased. She looks around until she notices you, standing clearly apart from them. After a moment she gives you a deep nod, then turns aside, likely the only acknowledgement you'll get of what you've done. I assume it's meant to be after what you've done. 1. You should have stayed away. You would have been free. 2. I can't believe you escaped. Gasp. 3. I'm glad you made it here. 4. I don't have anything to say to her. Princess Baz. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, no, that's like... No, I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay, 4. One. 414. Okay. Oh, really? Oh. Okay. You don't have anything to say to her. Dun dun dun. As you predicted, the sorcerer says nothing more, evidently content to ignore you. I mean, at least she's not automatically attacking us, which is good. As the moon rises higher and each side continues to discuss strategy, M calls your attention. Pardon me? You should position yourself here, they say, gesturing toward one of the valley's walls. It'll be easiest for us to defend the stars that way. Chat is cruel. You guys, I thought you guys were pacifists. I thought you guys were nice. You should position yourself here. Yeah, okay. As you watch, the rest of the guard and some of them of the more martially inclined delegates fan out to surround you. I don't know how we're working with these guys, but I guess that's how it plays out. To surround you, some of them taking position above you as well. Beyond them, you can see the sorceress and her forces mingling uneasily with the remainders, preparing to strike. You don't know exactly how this night is going to end, but you do know one thing. Everyone in this valley is deadly serious. Fail in your aims here, and the consequences could be dire. 1. I'm beloved in Calestri, and no one really wants to fight. I throw myself before the stars and trust that people won't attack me. 2. We're outside the city, but not far. I scream toward Calestri and hope the city spirit is willed enough to protect me even here. 3. The magic of the stars is at my disposal. I wreak havoc on anyone who dares to advance on us. 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. I stand with M and the Sublime Guard to protect the stars, as they always have. 5. I call out to Natalia. I know she really doesn't want to fight M or me. What do we think, guys? They're all juicy. I know. 2 minutes. I need to post. There. Oh, no, there. Where was I at? 5, okay. 5, 5, okay. 5, okay. We call out to Natalia. I know she doesn't really want to fight me or M. Natalia is swooping back and forth in the air above most of the battle. Ariel sometimes passes by her, but they're more often leading the rest of the remainders from the ground. Occasionally, Natalia sends out jets of wind or water toward her opponents. But she seems more focused on attracting their attention and then darting out of the way. Nat, get down here, you shout up to her. We can talk about this. We've done it before. You two, come here. Are they dogs? Like, get down here, now. You two, get over here. M is standing a bit ahead of you, calling out orders to the guards. At your instruction, they hesitate, but slowly approach you. Natalia is not so compliant. What's there to talk about? She calls, still hovering far above you. We talked about compromise. Is that what you call doing whatever you like with the stars? It doesn't have to be that way. You've hardly given us a chance to explain, but that's not really what I'm talking about, you tell her. I'm talking about us. Everything we worked for. Do you really want to throw all that away? No, of course I don't, Natalia snaps. She falters a little in the air, drifting downward. I don't want to hurt you, either of you, but I can't just give up. If you win, I don't know if we'll have another chance for the stars. I don't know what makes you think that, M says, with a very slight smirk. I've never known you to give up before. At that, Natalia smiles at last, a little that word. She straightens, rising up in the air again. Remainders, she shouts. Stand down, stop fighting. We're going to settle this someday, but not now, and not like this. Woo! We did it! It takes some time and some strenuous conversations with a disbelieving Ariel, but you watch the remainders gradually put down their weapons and agree to a surrender. The sorceress people are now more reluctant, but soon seem to decide that they don't like the odds without their allies, and halt their assault as well. You lean back against the stars with a sigh. They're secure, and you may have kept a few other things safe today as well. No kisses. No kiss. Yeah. What? I almost tapped out there and scared myself. because it was just a picture of Fen Harel in the background. Just, ah. Anyway. As you recline against the stars, the battlefield and the straggling armies around you all but fade away. There's a presence you're feeling in your mind and somewhere far above you, but getting closer every moment. The Gravedigger's star is almost here. You're certain of it. At once throughout the valley, gasps go up, sounds of mingled awe and fear. The final confrontations of the battle die out as everyone turns to the sky. Pardon me? You lift your own head to discover a streak of silver white light burning its way towards you. The Gravedigger's star is coming. It can't be more than minutes away. Some people begin fleeing, escaping what will soon become a crash site, but others seem determined to stay right where they are. A nearly human hand on your shoulder draws you back to earth, and you turn to see the sorceress. Her gaze is distant despite her touch. It should never have come to this. Here, she says, the stars can thrive outside Calestri no more than I can. They may fall out here, but they are no more bound to the place of their birth than anyone. Finally, she looks back to you. Her face is grim. So, betrayal has served you well, it seems. You turned your back on me, and here you stand with the stars. The look in her eyes grows even darker. And now I am to stand aside with the stars in such unsteady hands? I cannot allow it. I will have what is mine, Morrigan. I wish you were not the one standing in my way, but that will not save you in the end. Well, there's genuine reluctance in her eyes, but she isn't backing down. Lightning begins to glow in her palms. Oh boy. 1. Mother, wait. You're not going to fight me? Question mark. 2. Be reasonable. We can talk about this. 3. If that's how it's going to be, fine. I knew something like this was coming. 4. This is how it has to be. If I have to fight you to make it happen, I will. 5. Let's go. I've been waiting for this. What do you think, guys? Oh, just straight away. I thought you were going to discuss it, maybe. Okay, diplomacy. Be reasonable. We can diplomacy this. It'll be simplest for the both of us if you surrender, my daughter, the sorceress says, and rises into the air. Your mother is hovering above you now, looking down with lightning at her hands and in her eyes. She's looking at you with utter contempt, as though the stars at your back mean nothing. Storm clouds are starting to gather, blotting out the moon and stars. After everything that's passed between you, she seems to have decided this battle is the only solution. Perhaps it is. Perhaps it isn't. As you stare up at the sorceress, there's a sudden hiss against the back of your neck. Morrigan. Oh, it's Vivian's voice. He's here after all. You nearly turn around to see if he's visible or just whispering on the wind. But decide against it, not wanting to draw your mother's attention. I swear to God, if he sacrifices himself, I'm actually closing the game. You nearly turn around and say that, I think I know a way to take her out for good if you need me. If I need you? You repeat under your breath. If you know something you can do, why aren't you doing it now? I swear to God. There's a slight pause, just long enough that you fear Vivian's already left, but then he says, I don't know what it'll mean for me, but if you need me to, I'll do it. How fucking dare. 1. I don't think I can do this. I'll ask Vivian to go through with his plan to stop her, whatever the consequences. 2. I plead with the sorceress to spare my life. I know she still has some regard for me. She's my mother. 3. I need Harper. Whatever she does to me, Calestri will never accept the sorceress. The editor of the Comet is the perfect person to explain. Okay. Get the press in here now. If only we did that with Elgornan, it would have worked perfectly. We just needed, like, the person writing all of those serials in Minrathis. We just need to get Nev's contacts in here to talk Elgornan down. That's how it would have worked, I'm telling you. 4. I'll take her on magically, using the stars in ways even she hasn't thought of. 5. I don't need magic to defeat her, I just need my wits, and the unrestrained support of the people of Calestri. Oh god. 6. I threaten Baz to make her surrender. He trusts me enough to let me get close, and she cares too much to risk him. I'm not I'm telling you guys now, I swear to god, I am not risking Vivian. Let's get ready to rumble! Anyway. But Elgornan, think of the bad press. I'm not telling you guys work it out. I'm saying nothing. I don't remember this part at all. I think I just took the goddamn city and that was it. I'm gonna eat my after eight in peace and not have to worry about the moral consequence. Oh. But what if Baz dies and the sorceress doesn't care? So 5 is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Just to double check with you guys. Because this is a big decision. I'm eating another. I'm eating another one. I need to stop. They're so yummy. Okay. We're gonna use our wits and, you know, use what they call meat shields. Yeah. Okay. The sorceress spent centuries with the understanding that she could do whatever she liked before her people. And they'd never be able to stop her. Even the rebellion, it seems, didn't cure her of that assumption, and she might have tried to carry you off somewhere more private now. You intend to make that her undoing. Listen to me, you shout, turning back to the crowd behind you as thunder rumbles above and the sorceress works up a storm between the palms of her hams. Her hams? Between the palms of her hamstrings, yes, sure. Sorry, that's just okay. Of her hands. This is our chance to be rid of her for good. She's hard to kill, but if we can hurt her badly, she'll stay down long enough for us to figure something out. What we have to do is get her out of the sky, down here among the rest of us. Once she's caught in the middle of this many people, she won't be able to get away. Do you understand? No! Thanks. Me. Comes a voice near the front of the mob. You recognise the speaker after a moment. It's... No! Sergeant Lindsay! How are we supposed to just get her to come down? Obviously she's better off in the sky, so why would she? We'll have to figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, guys. Figure it out yourself before you start ordering people into battle, huffs Lindsay. Well, you begin glancing back at your mother, but a moment later you swallow the rest of your words in amazement. While your speech didn't inspire the people of Calestria to follow you, it apparently provided enough of a No! Enough of a diversion for Vivian, the lightning all across his body burning brighter than... No, I swear to God. Than the lightning in her hands, to fly forward and slam into the sorceress with the force of a comet come early. What? The sorceress begins, only to be cut off by Vivian pouring more lightning than you've ever seen him summon into her body. You can clearly see her writhing in pain for his translucent form before she goes limp, but Vivian doesn't let her fall. He hangs in the air a moment before guiding her down to a seemingly arbitrary spot on the ground some distance away. This is where it's coming, the last one, Vivian says, quickly nodding up toward the streaking light in the sky. Your mother still seems to be unconscious, but Vivian stays on top of her, pinning her in place. Don't know if it's the magic in me or if it comes from being so close to her, but I can feel it. Rest of you ought to back up. I swear to fucking God. No, I'm actually mad. No. We're restarting if this is how it goes. Even as stunned as they must be, most of the people around you require no further prompting to leave. But you stay where you are. Vivian, what are you doing? You demand. Don't know what it takes to kill her, but I figure if anything will do it, being crushed by a meteor will. Vivian calls back, or maybe it'll just bury her so deep in the earth she'll never crawl back up. I'd take either one. But if we just leave her here, she might cure herself and get away again in time. So I'm staying, to make sure she doesn't. She can't hurt me, she can't do anything to me. She played her whole hand the first time she saw me. But what will the meteor do to you, you ask? Well, that would be the part I'm not sure about. Vivian says, his voice is remarkably even, but you can hear a kind of anticipation building in it. Whether it's fear or excitement, you're not entirely sure. I don't see how it could kill me again, and I think I ought to be able to let it pass through me, the same as anything else. But other than that, Morgan, it's a big magic rock from the sky. Might do anything. Beneath Vivian's hands, the sorceress is starting to stir. He calls more lightning into his hands without missing a beat, and she goes still again. I'm the best chance we have at getting rid of her, he says. Now get back. Meteor's not passing through you. One. Thank you, Vivian. I might cry. Just warning you guys. If he fucking dies. I swear. 2. Be careful. 3. This feels appropriate. This feels appropriate somehow, guys. 4. What would you do if I tried to stop you? 5. Vivian, I love you. Okay. Okay, I think it's 4. Shock you. Oh, okay. Shock you too and then shout until someone dragged you away. Vivian says at once, so don't. I guess we have to. At Vivian's repeated urging, you retreat, heading for the ridge above the valley with the rest of the crowd. Occasionally you see a flash of light as Vivian and the sorceress struggle, but neither of them breaks away. I don't know what that means, the achievement, but we'll see. It feels as though all of Calestri is here to watch the Gravedigger's star fall. You're perched at the edge of the ridge, the stars behind you, waiting. There's enough moonlight that you can make out your mother's unmoving form down in the valley, but only if you know, just where to look. You can't see Vivian, aside from periodic flashes of light you assume are emanating from his body. You're all watching the sky as though there's nothing else in the world, but it still seems as a shock when the meteor becomes more than a streak of light, when it emerges into your vision as the sixth remnant star, larger than the others and shining brighter than the sun. It descends through the air for an instant and an eternity before it slams against the ground. There's a flare of light, brighter than anything you've seen so far, and then you can't see Vivian or the sorceress at all anymore. That doesn't mean Vivian's gone. You frequently can't see him, but you have no idea what it does mean. The earth gives an enormous shudder, and you wonder if they can feel it back in Calestri. A few people have to be pulled back from the edges before they fall. Well, I think the next part's the epilogue, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna play the epilogue after this. Oh no, that means we don't know if Vivian survived then, if that's the end of the chapter. I think we're gonna have to just live with that. Because I don't think you can go back 2 chapters. We'll see. Okay, where was I? Pulled by there's 2 stars. 1. Okay, the remnant stars atop the ridge are shining brighter too, almost blinding. You stretch out your arms, and the Gravedigger star floats up to join you, adding itself to the circle at your back. There's hardly any effort involved. The stars want to be together. The ground is still shaking. In the centre of the valley where the star struck, the earth cracks. The dry land of the valley falls in, spreading outwards until everything beneath the ridge you're all standing on is inky blackness. Even in full sunlight, you couldn't tell where the bottom is. You're not sure there is a bottom. You don't see how anyone could ever find out. The sorceress is down there now, if there's anything left of her. The shaking stops. The Gravedigger star has fallen. Okay, no. The epilogue is the end of the story. I'm doing it. I don't care. I want to know what happens. I'm invested. It's not even been an hour and a half. So let's go to the epilogue, shall we? I'm sure Vivian's fine. I'm sure he's fine. You can't see my face, but I've got like a panicked expression, like he's fine, right? Anyway, literally me going through all of Veilguard, kind of going, Solus is gonna be fine, right? Okay, let's go. Okay, epilogue time. Epilogue. Stars abide. It's been 3 weeks since the Gravedigger star fell and the new year began. Each day you rise from your bed into a world where the remnant stars are yours to command. You wake every morning in your bedroom in Baz's house once again. Baz himself is nowhere to be found. The last time you saw him was before the star fell, before that final confrontation. So far as you've heard, when he saw what you let Vivian do to your mother, he turned around and walked away. Okay. He never came back to Calestri. You haven't seen him since. No one has. As for your mother, she's shown no signs of crawling out of the rent in the earth where the meteor fell. The city has stationed several guards there to make sure of that. Part of the purpose when the sorceress first sent you on your journey was to reunite your family. Though you didn't know it at the time. You didn't even know that having any family beside your mother was an option, and now, at least for the moment, you no longer have any family at all. Well, I'm just gonna sip my coffee and not think about anything. One, good, I hope I never see either of them again. 2, I miss the sorceress. 3, I miss Baz. 4, I miss both of them. I wish things had turned out very differently. 5, I don't miss them, and I wish I wasn't on my own. This is what... Yeah, we're never doing democracy again. Ever, if this is what happens. We have no boyfriend, no friends, no family. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, who do we appreciate? I guess 2 or 4 and 3 or 4, so I guess 4 is winning. Let's go with 4. I miss them both. I wish things had turned out very differently. Oh, Jesus Christ. Free achievements. Okay. No, that's spoilers. Don't read it. Technically, you're... Guys! Vivian's still here too! We did it! Yay! Yay! Sorry, I'm really happy. Technically, you aren't entirely alone. Vivian is still here too, but he's been making himself scarce lately after what happened with the meteor. You're not sure where he goes. Calestri feels like a different place now. Many mornings, but some things are still the same. The Assembly still rules the city. Plenty of other things have changed though, and one of them is why you're heading to the Sublime Plaza this morning. You've been summoned there by the Assembly to make a formal announcement of your truce. Yeah, I knew you guys would be happy. You walked away from the valley with the stars, but not the city. It's obvious that this hasn't been sitting well with the city's rulers. Still, they don't seem willing to challenge you for the stars. Calestri is weary of battle. But the people remain uneasy, watching the tension between you and wondering what it might become. Hence the public proclamation that you're all now at peace and the city can move forward. 1. I hope this really does settle things for the people. I'm perfectly content with the way things are. 2. I'm willing to make peace, but I just hope they really are. 3. It's all nonsense. I'm going along with it for now, but tyranny is soon to come. But I don't trust them, and I'm sure they don't trust me either. 4. It's a good opportunity if I can make them believe I trust them. It'll be easier to seize power later on. Yeah. 2. Oh, I can't believe Vivian's is just alive. The panic. Ah, lovely. Also, I can't believe we're at the epilogue already. I thought this was going to go on for at least a couple more weeks. Four. What was 4? It's a good number 2. Okay. Next time, Rylan, next time. I'm willing to make peace, but I just hope they really are. The Sublime Plaza is already packed with people when you arrive. It's by far the biggest group you've seen since the star fell. People are avoiding large gatherings lately, at least in public. The plaza is still barred, the stone's still cracked, but it's a safe place to stand now, safer than it's been in weeks. You can see the effects of the storm on the buildings around you, but only when you look closely. Most of this area wasn't too badly affected in the first place, and reconstruction has gone well. When I scrolled in, things are already getting started when you arrive. No time to look for faces in the crowd. Several delegates from the Assembly are waiting on a raised platform near the tower entrance. The surrounding guards part to allow you through, and you take your place beside them. The stars float behind you. The delegates are watching you warily, though several of them are really looking at the stars. A moment after your arrival, Kieran and Anne strides to the front of the group. Morrigan Celeste, they say, looking distinctly unimpressed with you. The Assembly disapproves of the use of the remnant stars in any capacity, but we also realise that further conflict over the issue would hurt Calestri more than anything else. Certainly it seems unlikely to change your mind. So long as you inflict no harm on the city or any of its residents, you're permitted to wield the stars. Don't give us cause to regret our decision. The whole crowd watches for your response. And then we kill all of them. Don't- we got the peaceful ending, but at what cost? 1. Of course, I appreciate the generosity of your decision. 2. You couldn't stop me from wielding them anyway. 3. So long as you keep your word and don't try to take them away, we won't have a problem. 4. I'm happy to share my findings on the stars with you, you know, for the city's benefit. 5. Well, you aren't giving me much of a choice, are you? Prometheus! Hi, bud! Hello! Hello, my baby! Kitty's here! Hello! Hi! Pets? He's just staring at me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to pet you? I think I'm supposed to pet him. Give me a sec. Oh no, he's come closer. Hello! No, don't run away. 2 seconds, guys. Important work. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi. He's a good boy. Oh my goodness. I love you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry, that was very important. Ooh, ah. Right, so what was the choice? 1, 1, free. Changed my mind, free. Okay, so free. What was free? I see. So free. 1. Okay, yeah. Free wins. So long as you keep your word and don't. Yeah? Chloe boy? Yeah. Keep your word and don't try to take them away. We won't have a problem. Kitty! What are you doing? Oh no, he might have found the catnip. He might actually also be saying feed me, but he has got crunchies. He's got like food in his bowl at all times, so he's not. I'll feed him after. He'll get a nice treat after. So long as you keep your word. Yep. Anyway, Karen snorts. I more or less just said we couldn't, didn't I? They mutter to you. Then add, well, it sounds as though we have an agreement then. Pardon me? More loudly to the crowd. A round of applause goes up from the crowd. The people look relieved, if not entirely convinced. There isn't much point in prolonging the ceremony. Kitty! Oh my goodness! I don't even have treats close to me. Son? Yeah. Poor baby. He's one stage off of doing the, the metal bowl clangy thing, like clang, 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 feed me. There isn't much point in prolonging the ceremony, but it's a good moment to decide just what you do, mean to do with the stars. I'm actually gonna go grab his treats real quick, so I'm gonna do a be right back on screen. Alright, I'll be right back in a sec, guys. Okay, like I said, quick break. He's got the rest of his cheesy treats. cat-friendly cheesy treats. Where was it? There we go. Make sure to actually switch the scene back on. Hello, come on. There you go. Alright, we're back. Oh yeah. But it's a good moment to say just what you mean to do with the stars. Bring back Vivian, of course. As the crowd starts to break apart, yeah, of course they mention Vivian. Duh. Ow. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Got it. You contemplate the possibilities when it comes to the stars. First, there's the matter of Vivian, before you plan to bring him back for real, and things have finally settled enough to give you the opportunity to try. It wouldn't be as taxing. There you go, boy. It wouldn't be as taxing on you or the stars as a complete resurrection. Wait. It wouldn't be as taxing on you or the stars as a complete resurrection, since you've already done part of the work, but it would still require either the stars themselves or a great deal of slithers. And you have to imagine his current condition would make things even harder. Perhaps there are other resurrections to consider as well, full ones, pulling someone out of their grave in truth. It would be more difficult than bringing back Vivian, and you aren't certain that the full consequences of such an act would be. Certainly your mother never did it much, and she must have had her reasons. She wasn't known for being frugal with her magic, particularly not at the end. Pardon me? Still, perhaps it would be worthwhile. The city would rejoice if you resurrect... Oh god. Nah. The city would rejoice if you resurrected Richard. Richard himself might be less pleased given his thoughts on the stars. What would it mean to raise the sorceress from the dead? You have to assume she'd come back as a mortal. The people of Calestri wouldn't thank you for it. After everything that's happened, you don't know if the sorceress would either. But you'd have your mother again. With so many unknowns about the resurrection process, you don't think you ought to risk bringing back more than one of them, at least for now. Unless one of them was Vivian, perhaps, if resources allow. There may be others who deserve resurrection, but no one you're familiar enough with to bring back right now. You didn't know Vivian before you revived him, but you did train for weeks as your mother recounted their meeting over and over. You don't need a body for this, but without one, you need a very strong sense of what you're doing. Then there's one other question, one that's been in the back of your mind for months now. All your life, your mother told you that you would never die. It wasn't until after you climbed the tower that you learned that wasn't true. Not yet. You won't be immortal like the sorceress, unless and until the stars intervene. And you know exactly how they intervened with your mother. You could do the same. It wouldn't take much magic, assuming things would go the same way for you as they did for her. But is an endless life still something you want now that you've seen the mortal world? And the marvellous thing about all these questions is that you're at your leisure to answer them. The stars are yours. You even have a handful of slithers still to your name, though it hardly matters anymore. You can do as you like. You step toward the tower, letting the stars float down to the ground. You do your best to let the noise of the crowd fade away behind you. As you're contemplating the stars, Vivian appears beside you. Also, I just want to double check everyone's still here, because I did go on a break. I just want to make sure you guys are still here in case you missed the Vivian stuff. So just pop in chat and say, hello, I'm still here, in case you... Because I'm worried you guys have gone away to do other things. Don't want you to miss the fun. I'm gonna eat an after eight in the meanwhile. Okay, excellent. It literally just occurred to me. I'm like, you guys might have left. Excellent. Oh, so the after eights are still good. Okay, wonderful, you're still here. Let me finish this after eight and then we'll continue. Tabitha, are you still here? Not yet. Also, sorry for the snacky noises if you can hear them. Ah, yum 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 yum. Kitty! Kitty, kitty! Uh-oh, I dropped a treat and I don't know where it landed. Oh, I read ahead a little bit. Poor Vivian. Don't read ahead. We'll get there when we get there. Okay. Perfect opportunity to find where I put when that treat fell. I can't find it. Okay, I'm gonna assume Tabitha's still with us because I really, really, really want to read. Okay. Vivian appears beside you. It's still strange to look at him now, though he hasn't given you many opportunities to get accustomed to what the meteor did to him. It did pass straight through him, as he predicted, but it left something of itself behind. He doesn't look like a ghost anymore. What he does look like, in some ways, is the sorceress of all. Is the sorceress of your childhood. His features aren't faded like hers, but you can still see his face. But every part of his body is now sallowly? Sallowly shining silver, like a walking statue carved from the stars. And he does walk. He doesn't float or glide anymore, disappear or call lightning. All the powers he had as a ghost have... Hello. Oh, your Wi-Fi turned on. Yep, you haven't really missed much, so don't worry. Vivian's just gonna be like, hey, can you, like, make me a person again, please? Wait. And all the powers he had as a ghost have left him, except that you suspect his new condition is as permanent as that one would have been. The lightning marks across his body don't glow anymore, but they split his face and hands like cracks in stone. Aww. Baby boy! If it weren't for everything else Calestri has been dealing with, you imagine he'd have attracted a lot more attention these past few weeks. But then he has been making himself scarce. So, he says, his voice sounds the same as always, but he's hunched over, arms across his chest, looking as uncomfortable as every other time you've seen him in this form. He's getting some stares, but you think people are assuming, not exactly incorrectly, that something's been done to him with the stars. Pardon me? This is, well, it seems like you have an opportunity here. Had it for a while, more like, but I didn't want to push. Is this it? Are you going to bring me back? He swallows. The motion looks even more unnatural in a living statue than it did on a ghost. I know it might be different now, like this, the magic. But you're going to try, aren't you? Morrigan, I know it's my own fault. Did what I did for a reason. But I don't want to stay like this. Baby boy! Of course not! Even aside from all the rest of it, you know how much he hates not being able to blend in. You know how much this means to him. He stayed by your side this long, assuming you're going to bring him back. And the real stars should be able to do it without a problem. Even from his present state, so far as you know, though admittedly it's unexplored territory. The only question is if you want to do it. If you turn down the opportunity now, with nothing stopping you, Vivian will probably never trust you again. It would be as good as ending what's between you. You're quite certain of that. Well, I guess we're gonna have to betray him and become... One, Vivian, of course I'm going to do it. Two, naturally a promise is a promise, isn't it? Three, oh, I suppose you've earned it. 4, maybe someday. It's not a good time. 5, no, I don't think I will. I guess no, I don't think I will. Vivian, of course I'm going to do it. You silly goose. Keep your word to an ally. There's a pause, and then Vivian just smiles, staring at you with unabashed relief. You take one final glance at Vivian. His eyes are desperate against the cracked silver skin of his face. Then you lean forward, reaching each of your hands towards the remnant star. There's a heat in the air before you touch them, as though the stars know the scale of the magic you're about to attempt. Perhaps they do. The stone feels searing. The stone feels searing beneath your hands when you make contact, but you somehow know at once that your skin will be unharmed. What does burn is the flash of light that shoots upward to the sky. You can hear gasps and cries of alarm from the rest of the plaza now, and you've already shut your eyes in concentration. Oops. You call to mind that night in the servants' garden, so long ago now, and act on sheer magical instinct. Eyes still shut, you trace sigils over and over on the surface of the stars, imagining yourself tracing them on Vivian's true skin instead. Pardon me? Time blurs and becomes irrelevant, and the next thing you're aware of is a gasping breath behind you. There's a hint of a voice in it, one that's very familiar and entirely new at the same time. When you turn around and set eyes on Vivian, alive again, your first thought is that you can't understand how he ever passed for a regular human before. Even when he managed to appear corporeal, he was wrong in a way you didn't even realise until seeing what he truly looks like. His eyes are still pale grey, but alight in a way they weren't before. He's blinking in shock, and it occurs to you that you're not sure you ever saw him blink before. Okay, he's like a fish. At least not unconsciously. His skin is still very fair, but with a hint of colour that never used to be there. There's no trace of silver sheen from his most recent transformation either. His long black hair is stark against his face, and it is entirely black now. The shock of lightning struck white vanishes. Somehow you never realised before just how small Vivian is, short and slight. His dimensions haven't changed, but he used to hover. And even when he didn't, he had a sort of unearthly air that kept you from focusing on the more mundane details. One hand rests on his chest, rising and falling rapidly as he gasps for air. There's no feathered scar on the hand, or on his face. Aside from his clothes, still burnt but hanging from him more naturally now, no longer frozen in time. It's as though he never faced your mother atop the tower. For several long moments, Vivian just stares at you, still taking rapid gulps of air. Morrigan, he says, unsteadily, and raises a hand to your cheek. For the first time, his touch is warm. And my heart melts. Sorry, I just read chat there. Right, time to go to Richard. Not even saying his name right in front of Vivian. Okay, 1, I place a hand over his. 2, I pull him close. 3, I kiss him. 4, I'm going to miss the scar. It was dashing. 5. Are you alright? How do you feel? Crouch down and pet. Yeah, he's just a baby boy. He's a tiny lad. Vivian and his 6 foot tall pastel goth girlfriend, who's also like a demigod of on some level. Yeah. Free. I feel like free is what's winning. Wait. 2, free. But no, I don't know. Any more votes? Free. Okay, I get. Okay, free. Smooch time. I kiss him. You lean tentatively forward, and Vivian bends his head in a quick nod. His hand slides further along your scalp, his fingers curling into your hair as you press your lips to his. Blighted stars, he whispers, breaking away. I thought I knew what you felt like, as well as I knew how anything felt. I mean, I was wrong. As Vivian steps back, seemingly experimenting with the feeling of his feet touching the ground, you take a moment to catch your breath. Across the everyone slow clapped. Woo! Across the plaza, people are staring at you open-mouthed, but the stars are yours to do with as you like. You could bring someone else back too. You doubt... Oh, I see. You doubt you could manage more than one, though. You're already getting weary, and you could take the opportunity to extend your life as long as your mother's. Well... 1, I want to bring someone else back. I'm not gonna lie, I want to bring back Richard, guys. But it's up to you. 2, I want to become immortal. 3, there's nothing else I want to do right now. Up to you guys. Entirely up to you. The Vivian situation worked out well, so... Richard. The thing is, if we did become immortal, I just want to say, Vivian isn't. I think we just brought him back to life as immortal, so we would outlive him in theory. Okay. 1. Okay, I want to bring back Richard. And I'm still gonna call him Richard. Okay. Oh god, look at all the people that could have died. You guys did really well. Well done. Look at all these people you didn't kill. You stare out at the stars before you, though they aren't shining brightly now. There's a kind of ferocity to their dull glow, like a promise that they really can do the immense act you're about to request of them. It feels different from anything that happened with Vivian. If you do this right, you won't have another ghost on your hands. Just a live and well person who wasn't either of those things a moment before. Who are you going to bring back? For now, it can only be 1. You wouldn't dare to try 2 spells of this caliber in the same day. Oh, so we could try it, and we could headcanon that we bring Mum back at a later date. So we're bringing back Richard, right? Renard. Yeah, I mean, is that just what we're gonna do for the rest of eternity? Just be the literal gravedigger of society? Is that how are we gonna become a god of just, like, bringing people back from the dead? Yeah, okay, you know what? I think we just agree. Whoops, no, Richard. We're bringing back Richard. Yay! As soon as you touch the stars, it feels different than what you just did for Vivian. You trace sigils until you can no longer tell where you're tracing them. Until there's nothing in the world but the shapes of constellations behind your eyes. When you open your eyes, a burst of light is fading out around you, and you can hear people screaming in the plaza. But more importantly than that, Richard is standing in front of you somehow. He stands very still, in the clothes he died in, arms locked at his sides and hands locked into fists. He is as pale as the grey-white plaza stone beneath you, and you can hardly even tell if he's breathing. You might as well have summoned a corpse. But his eyelids do flutter and his chest does rise and fall very slightly. All around the plaza, gasps and cries go up. Your resurrection spell must have already been an impossible spectacle, and the reappearance of their deceased saviour is enough to leave the population of Calestri completely overcome. Richard offers no reaction to the clamour. His utterly blank expression shows no sign that he noticed it at all. Very slowly, almost unnaturally, he turns his head to meet your eyes. "Morrigan," he says, "you tried to help me. Why would you do this?" 1. What do you mean? I'm giving you your life back. Think about your cat. 2. You didn't deserve to die, Richard. I wish we could call him Richard. No, 3. The people of Calestri deserve a chance to judge you for what you did to them. 4. I didn't want Em to lose a father. 5. I wanted to show you the good the stars can do. Yeah, 2 is a good one. You didn't deserve to die, Richard. Richard, Bismarck. I don't know what your real name is. 2 or 4. I guess 2's winning it. You didn't deserve to die, Richard. That hardly matters when I did die, Bernard says, starting to become agitated. This is unnatural, Morrigan. This is perverse. Okay then, I can kill you again. If you don't like it, sir. He swallows and you think you see his shoulders start to tremble. People are supposed to die, and no uncomplicated good comes from the stars. There will be consequences for this. There have to be, because if there weren't, if it was all as simple as you people try to insist it can be, do you really think there's no one I would have... Ray? Oh, my heart! Wait, where's my mouse? There it is. Most of the plaza is too shocked to do anything more than stare and exclaim, but Nobu Marden has made his way forward. Em is a few steps behind him, but they don't seem capable of speech just yet. Richard stares back at his family, with a look on his face that might be relief or might be horror, and for a moment you think he's going to collapse. Nobu's expression is much duller than you'd expect for someone being reunited with his husband. The stars, he says, for 22 years. After a pause, Richard squeezes his eyes shut, raising a hand to his face. Nobu, he says, I can't. Then don't. Nobu says. He turns and walks away. Oh. He turns away, goes to the tower, comes out with his cat and says, he missed you. On trembling legs, Richard chases after him, forgetting about you entirely. Em's mouth moves, but they're still silent, and they follow a moment later. You're left with nothing but the still staring audience. All around you, the people in the plaza are staring in silent, spellbound awe. Some of them, you think, had already left after the earlier announcement that came running back when they heard what you were doing. Many of them dropped to their knees once it became clear just who you'd brought back, in awe at seeing the city's saviour returned. whatever else the city's saviour may have done, and quite a few of them you soon realise aren't looking directly at you. They're looking at the stars. Turning back and feeling a sudden weight in the air, you discover why. One of the stars has gone dull, the light inside fading to nothing. It could almost pass for an ordinary rock. It might be smaller too, though it's hard to be certain without taking measurements. You reach for their power inside your mind and find it still present, though perhaps shrunken here too, in some indefinable way. You watch them a little uncertainly. Surely you haven't done anything permanent to them. Your mother has performed full resurrections before. You look back at the people of Calestri. Is there anything you ought to say to them about the miracle in their midst? I am your god. Bow before me. Okay, 1. This is what Calestri can become now. All this power and more is at our fingertips. 2. This is a power to be used sparingly. I've only done what was necessary for our good. 3. I will always be here to lend whatever aid I can, Calestri. 4. I've done what I needed to do. I won't have anyone question me. 5. This is my business. I have nothing to say about it. You just scuttle off awkwardly back home. Neil. Yeah, no, that'd be me. I mean, okay, no, I actually think we should have called out Richard's behaviour, because no relationship can be founded on that kind of lie. Like, if we never said anything, I doubt he would have came clean about it. Now it's out in the open, Richard's back to be with his family, whether or not that works out well, he gets a second chance, and his family isn't living a lie. 5 free. I do like 5, but 3 is the majority. I will always be here to lend a hand lend whatever aid I can, Calestri. After a pause, several people break out into applause. It's not the whole of the plaza, many of the onlookers are still too shocked for that, but it seems you've earned some trust as their protector. As the tension of the moment starts to bleed away, you can feel exhaustion pressing down on you. A spell like this weighs on you as much as it does on the stars. The stars are yours to use as you will. But even if it were a wise idea to try another full resurrection today, you don't think you could summon the strength. Perhaps you could still extend your life, though, if you're willing. Well, what do you think, guys? He could have explained it to his family himself, but he didn't. And he got him killed. I'll give you guys 3 guesses what I picked my first playthrough. Okay, 2 seems to be winning. No, that does not interest me. Though you've had a few moments to catch your breath, the true exhaustion from the resurrection spell is only just hitting you in earnest. The benches arranged for the presentation in the plaza are largely empty by now, though plenty of people are still milling around, and quite a few of them are still staring your way. You start to make your way past them to sit down, but a voice calls out to you as you go. Morrigan, care to comment on that performance just now? Harper Yara, unruffled as ever, is standing behind you, pencil poised over his waiting notebook. He gestures towards the benches, beckoning you to sit with him. Hey, can I just hype up my boyfriend? This is Vivian Grimaldi. He's like 100 or something, but trust me, That's not problematic at all, because I'm the one with the power. Anyway, sorry. 1. Sure, this is Vivian Grimaldi. You remember, I told you about him. He's alive again now. 2. Richard is important to the city. I thought the people should have him back. 3. Testing my power, mostly. 4. It was a personal matter. 5. Anything can happen in the city. I wanted to show that. 6. Harper, what if we just had an ordinary conversation? Yay, the press. Yeah, we're just gonna go home to Baz's house, which is now our house, and sit and watch the Real Housewives of the Real Housewives of Calestri with him. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to number 6. Harper, can we have an ordinary conversation? Harper blinks, then offers you a startlingly genuine smile. Sure, he says. Just stop raising the dead in the plaza and we can talk about the weather. Okay. The Comet's articles have been surprisingly sedate recently. After all the excitement of the year's end, you get the impression that Harper and his journalists are as surprised as everyone else that Calestri's calm air these days. Harper, there you are. You only get worse about this as the years go by, vanishing on me. You and Harper both turn to see a woman approaching you at a rapid clip. She's around Baz's age. Pardon me. Tall and lanky. Her hair, as black as her eyes, is cropped at the chin. A long winter coat, black as well, flows around her as she walks. Miss Celeste, Baz's daughter, obviously, she says after one brief look at you, and turns her attention back to Harper. So long as you're standing here, don't you think you ought to touch one of the remnant stars? Give us a first-hand account now that it seems we're going to be seeing them around the city more often. You probably won't die. She hasn't died yet, and she probably won't murder you in front of all these witnesses. What the fuck? She shakes her head. I must say, it was easier when we could send Baz after these sorts of things. Whatever else, are we getting a job? Are we being offered a job, maybe? Whatever else you could say about him, whatever treason he may have been committing at the time, he never did back down. Baz is gone now, Harper says, a little flatly, and I have my own plans about the stars, don't worry. For the moment, you're being rude. Morrigan, this is my mother. Ayami Yara. Just returned to the city. Yes, it's a pleasure, Ayami says, briskly. What cupboard was the sorceress hiding you in during the revolution, I wonder? I suppose the tower must have hundreds. Harper, I'm sure you know what you're doing. It was total chaos when word of the storm first reached us across the bay. People kept telling me Calestri had been destroyed, and I'd say no, can't be. I left it with my son. I did want to talk to you about tomorrow's headlines, though, when you're finished. With that, she ruffles Harper's carefully combed hair, then strides away as quickly as she arrived. She likes discomfiting people, Harper says, watching her go. She thinks you get more accurate information that way. He gives a short sigh. I probably should be following her example, though. Moving on. There's a lot to cover today. There might not be any more comets falling on Calestri, or so we can hope. But the Calestri comet isn't going anywhere. Harper steps back, taking a quick look around the plaza, probably searching for other people to interview. I really would like to finish our conversation sometime, though, he adds, looking back over his shoulder. Or even have an ordinary one. We tend to be very busy, but you're welcome at the office any time. 1. It really must have been something when your mother and Baz were working together. 2. Let me know anytime you have questions for me. Free. I'm not interested in giving interviews for the Comet, Harper. Ever. It's giving that bad soul villain ending. Have I ever been interested in whatever you have to say, Solus? Ever. Anyway, 4. You're a good friend, Harper. See you soon. Oh, you posted dog pics? Oh, please. I can't wait to see them. Once I've finished, I'll have a look at them. One. Okay. It really must have been something when your mother and Baz were working together. Oh, you have no idea, Harper says, smiling slightly. People were terrified of them. With a wave, he heads back out into the plaza. Miss Celeste, I was wondering where you'd gotten to. You turned to discover Ravenna Rao, striding briskly in your direction. It's such a thrill every time seeing you with the stars. Ravenna offers you a warm smile. 1. I'm sorry you didn't get what you wanted with the stars. 2. I think it's better for everyone this way. 3. I'll be happy to tell you more about my plans. 4. I'll tell you what you need to know and no more. Two. 0800 1066. 2. I see. I think it's better for everyone that... Yeah. Okay, 2. Better for everyone this way. Ravenna's lips quirk. Yes, I'm sure you do, Morrigan. A sharp wind cuts through the plaza, a mundane one, just a reminder of the winter. I probably ought to be heading back into the tower soon, Ravenna says, suddenly beaming. Second-term candidates are eligible to lodge there, and I've finally made it. She steps back with a soft smile. I suspect I'm going to be quite busy for a while, she says. But I'll try to make time to see you regardless. 1. You're a good friend, Ravenna. 2. Just stay out of my business and I'm sure we'll be fine. 3. Good luck. I'm sure you'll do well. Yeah, it really feels like we're wrapping things up, doesn't it? I feel like we're gonna get a Where Are They Now segment as well. Wait, the story isn't over yet. I bet you're wondering what happened 10 years from now. Free, okay. Free. I want to break free. Okay. I guess that's going to be a 2 out of 3, so it's going to win majority. So, good luck, I'm sure you'll do well. Oh, I'm sure as well, Ravenna says with a bright smile. But it is good to have the vote of support. She turns away, offering an elegant wave as she goes. Oh boy. A cluster of grim reminders is gathered near the stage, talking in low voices. Natalia Grimaldi is in the middle of them, and as you watch she catches your eye, then comes bounding your way. That was incredible before, she says, before she's quite reached you. You'll have to show me how you do that. Show me how to do that. Vivian has been following you at a distance, seemingly uncertain what to do with himself. Aww. He's good at blending into the background, but Natalia catches sight of him easily. She stares. Amateur? Please tell me I'm pronouncing that right. Is that you? We wondered if you came through everything all right, and you do look different, but not bad. Vivian freezes a moment, then shakes his head. Don't worry about me, he says, and walks off. Okay. Or is it amatory? I don't know. Natalia shakes her head and looks no more than momentarily bemused. You have weird friends, Morrigan. She says, Natalia fiddles with her earrings, flicking slightly at the slither shards. Baba thinks we'll be able to make more headway with the assembly now. Claudette, Das, Polly even asked Baba for a meeting. They've never come to us before. We're popular in the city and everyone knows we helped protect it at the end of the year. The next election isn't for 5 years, but who knows what could happen between now and then. We have some ideas. She smiles. The wind catches the red scarf Natalia is wearing, and she calls a breeze of her own to swirl it through the air for a few moments before letting it settle against her chest again. I really should go talk to the others, she says. There's a lot of work to be done. 1. Just make sure that reminders don't get carried away. There's still something to be said for moderation. 2. You're a good friend. You're also a good friend, Natalia. 3. I'm sure you and the reminders will make yourselves heard. 4. Whatever you're doing, be careful. Oh, did she? I forget. Oh, yes, she did. Okay. There's a lot of numbers, and I don't know if they were for the previous one or not. So Ryland just put 4. What does everyone else think? Because I can't tell if those were for before or not. Four to, let's see. A 2 or 4. Oh. I'll do a coin flip. 2 or 4. Okay. Heads is 2, 4 is tails. Wait, is it? What? 4 to 2 or 4? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the final Dreadwolf coin flip. Yeah. I hadn't even considered that. It's the final Dreadwolf coin flip. Coin flip flip. It's the final Dreadwolf. Da 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 da. The final coin flip flip. Okay, here we go. And it is a tails. I said 4 was tails. Okay. Whatever you're doing, be careful. Never, but you knew that. Yeah, fair enough. Natalia rolls her eyes. With that, she rises up into the air and floats backward. See you around, Morrigan, she says as she goes. Well, you'll see me anyway. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. We're basically saying goodbye to everybody. This is kind of sad. I'm getting... It's kind of sad. The Sublime Guard is still lining the plaza, even as the crowd dwindles. You realise, is giving orders to a handful of them from a position quite near where you've ended up. They notice you a moment after you see them, and start to head your way. Miss Celeste. They're looking a little drawn, their eyes alight with energy that probably has more to do with coffee than with sleep. Everyone loved Baz's coffee. I miss Baz. Clears the throat. Father took Da home. They tell you, voice low. It was, they weren't saying much, either of them. But I felt like I was intruding. I just wanted to see that he was really back. They paused, frowning. And I wanted to thank you for it, but I don't think Da ever will. Well, that's tough titty, isn't it? They're quiet a long time after that, looking conflicted, and you wonder what little Richard. All right, read that wrong. And you wonder what little Richard and Nobu might have said. I don't know if it's fair to say I'm pleased with how things have worked out after everything that's happened, they say, a little suddenly. But I'm glad we've kept the assembly in place. That wasn't at all a sure thing for a time, and I'd hate to see the city regress. M glances back at the other guards around the plaza. They're standing in neat rows, some of them looking back at M, clearly awaiting new orders. You never saw that kind of trust or unity among them when you first came to the city. Either they've changed, or M has. 1. Best of luck, I'm sure you'll do well. 2. The city needs you. 3. I really don't see what the guard's done for Calestri lately, shut up. 4. Why don't you just leave the guard? It's obvious you're not happy as captain. Lindsay, yeah, the best character and our best friend Lindsay. Who I can't even remember if they were she, he, or they. I don't know. I can't remember. 1 or 4. 1. Oh boy. 1. Okay. Best of luck. I'm sure you'll do well. M smiles. I'd like to think so. The plaza is nearly empty now, and M's eyes sweep efficiently across it. I need to finish things up here, they say. Their posture straightens. But I hope I'll see you again soon. You've been a good friend, Morrigan. Much as that might have surprised me at the start. They give you a quick smile. 1. I hope you're doing alright, M. I know the last few months have been difficult for you. 2. Make sure the guard doesn't get in my way, alright? 3. You've been a good friend too. Yeah, I really like M. M is sweet. One. Okay. I ran out of coffee, but I still have a bottle of water. 1, 1, 1. Okay. I hope you're doing all right, Em. I know the last few months have been difficult for you. They've been difficult for everyone, Em says, suddenly avoiding your gaze. But you'd tell me if you needed help, wouldn't you? You ask. Or anything at all? They're quiet for long enough that you start to worry, but their voice is steady when they speak. It isn't easy for me, but I'll try. They turn around with a soft sigh. Well, as I said, I'll see you soon. Swiftly they strayed away. Oh yay, Vivian again! You think you're alone for only a moment before you hear a voice behind you. So, Morrigan. Real Housewives of Calestri? Is that what yeah. Turning, you discover that Vivian has drifted up beside you again. He shifts uncomfortably on his feet. I was thinking, might go and find my own place to Aw. You don't want to live with me? Are we not at that point in our relationship? Aw, own place to live. If I can get the money. Not leaving you or anything, but I spent too long floating around that blighted house of your father's, like I really was haunting it. Not exactly eager to go back. Things feel different anyway, now that I'm alive again. Feel like I need somewhere I can learn to be a person again. That alright? I haven't looked yet at the answers, but if there's an option to say no, you're staying with me, like wow. I will end you and turn you into a ghost again, Vivian, I swear. Anyway, he looks a little nervous, his eyes lowered. 1. Of course it is. 2. Well, I'm going to miss you. 3. Are you sure you don't want to stay with me? I like having you around. 4. If you need money, I'm sure I can help you out. 5. What are you going to do? I mean, it's not like he's leaving town or anything. He's just looking for a different house. Yeah, he's been hanging on to us, just keeping our promise. Like, we could have just said up until the end, nah, I like you as a ghost. Like, he needs to have his own space. He needs his man cave. He needs his, what do you call it? His bachelor pad. Yeah. Esports. Free. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. It's a tie between 2 and 3. That was not the final dread will flip. Heads is 2, 3 is tails. Ding ding ding. There we go. It was tails. So it's 3. Oh, okay. Are you sure you don't want to stay with me? I like having you around. Vivian flushes. Need to figure things out right now, he mumbles. Sort of like I just came back, you know? After I've had some time to get my head on straight, maybe. You can always come to me. Yeah, I will. After a moment, he steps forward, quickly kissing you on the cheek. Aww. Before leaning his head against your shoulder. Aww. Your shoulder. I should be going. For real this time. Fuck off. He should call her Morrigan. See you around. I'm gonna say Morrigan, because no. See you around, Morrigan. 1. See you around. 2. I offer him a deeper kiss. 3. Good luck. With whatever you do now. 4. How do I know you're not just going to follow me around again? I'm not gonna lie, I actually like the words, the cheek kiss and the leaning his head against your shoulder parts more than the kiss parts. It's just really sweet. 3, 2, 2. Okay, wait, no. 3 was for the previous one. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. Okay. 2, 2. I assume 2 is gonna win it then. Offer him a deeper kiss. Smooch! Vivian's lips press against yours, their newfound warmth still startling. Laughing lightly, he steps away, and then disappears forever. The plaza is almost entirely clear now, the last spectators trailing away. People are spending more time at home with their families these days, you believe. With the city, it's something close to peace. But your family's gone. At least the one by birth. Oh boy, there's a lot of options. 1. Good, I didn't want anything to do with them either. 2. It doesn't matter what I want. The city is better off without them. 3. I miss them, whatever else happened. 4. They were never my family anyway. Not really. 5. I wish Baz was here. The sorceress can stay gone. 6. I wish the sorceress was here. Baz can stay gone. Oh boy. Some salty options right there. Free. Free, free. I want to break free. Well, it's gonna win the majority, so free it is. I miss them, whatever else happened. All that's left for you to do now is to go home yourself. I think that's meant to be is everyone's gone home, it's time for you to go home now as well, but I just can't help but read it like, by yourself, on your lonesome. If it feels later in the day than it is, it can help. Wait, it can be far past. It can't be far past noon. Got there. But the events of the morning have left you weary anyway. It's time you were heading home. Oops, there it is. From some angles on a clear day, you can see out past the edges of the city when you look down from the tower. As ever recently, when you catch sight of the smaller rolling hills that surround Calestri, it's hard not to stop and stare. You've left Calestri once so far, in the new year. The city's rhythm pulsed in your ears and your bones as you departed, and you wondered if you'd become like your mother. If you'd reached down into the heart of the city enough times that trying to leave would wither you into what she became. It didn't. You managed the trip well enough, and returned just as healthy as you left, except that you heard that heartbeat the entire time you were away, faintly, like a distant scream, and always just slightly out of time. When you set foot inside Calestri's borders again, something slid back into place, and you can't deny you breathed a sigh of relief. You've woken up to that heartbeat in the night a few times since then. The true one, the one that aligns perfectly with yours. It keeps you awake for hours sometimes, but you never feel tired the next day. Generally, you feel much better rested than usual. On mornings after you slept for the night, you often find yourself dissatisfied, as though you missed something very important. But you can still leave the city if you have to. 1. I don't like this. I never should have used Calestri's magic the way I did. 2. I'm sure it's temporary. That word. If I don't use Calestri's power again, it will fade away. 3. I think I'm starting to understand my mother better. 4. It's not too much of a hardship, and what the city has given me is worth it. 5. It's not a problem. I wish I heard that heartbeat all the time. And why would I want to leave Calestri? Why would we want to leave Calestri? Our boyfriend is here. Well, I mean, I wonder if Baz ever comes back, or if he's just gone forever. I miss Baz. 3, 4. Oh my goodness, my room is dark. Honestly, yeah. If I could honestly see if I could be like a cat and sleep 20 hours a day, I would. Whether or not I feel crappy when I wake up. 3, 4, free. Okay, free. I think I'm starting to understand my mother better. You turn your eyes deliberately away from the skyline and go on with your day. Oh. It occurs to you as you walk that your life is truly your own now, in a way it never has been before, for better or for worse. The quest your mother raised you to fulfill is over. The next steps you take won't be following or rebelling against your mother's orders. They'll simply be what you decide to do. What's the first thing you want to do with the rest of your life? 1. Find Baz. 2. Spend time with Vivian. 3. Study the stars. 4. See what havoc I can inflict with the stars. Yeah, sure. 5. Plot... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plot to claim the tower for myself. 6. Help the comet tell the story of what happened these past few months. 7. Join the Sublime Guard. 8. Join the Reminders. 9. Rest. I know. I mean, we can headcanon that we look for Baz in the years to come, and everything works out fine. Yeah, I feel like Baz consistently chose. Personally, I think Baz chose the the sorceress every single time, and now she's gone. As much as I love Daddy, I don't think he's gonna come back and reconcile in this timeline. Yeah, the first thing. Yeah, we can spend. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. But I think 2 has won it. I mean, it's the first thing we want to do with the rest of our life as well, not just the first thing we want to do after these events. So, we'll just go with 2. We'll find Baz eventually. That's number 2 on the list. You find Vivian later at the back door of Baz's house, fiddling with some sort of tool stuck into the lock. You know you're allowed to come in the front door now, you say. Actually, I suppose you never had a key. Do you need a key? Vivian snorts. Never, he says. Anyway, I'm just practicing. Practicing lockpicking, you ask? I thought you knew that pretty well. Got used to being able to slip my hands into the lock itself. Need to remind myself how to do it the proper way. The proper way, he says. Vivian says. The lock clicks and he pushes the door open, lets it swing closed and then sets, apparently to locking it again. Oh no! You changed your mind at the last sec. Oh, okay. Sorry. We go find Baz. We'll end it by saying we went to find Baz and we reconciled and hugged and we lamented over the sad events of Mother dying again. There was a time when all you could remember of the city of your birth was a night of endless darkness. In some ways, when you look back on your childhood now, that's the strangest part. The idea of having nothing at all ahead of you. I thought you weren't going back to thievery, you say. Vivian smiles, abandoning the lock for the moment. He reaches out for your hand, lacing his fingers carefully between yours. When you press against his wrist, you can feel his pulse steady and strong. You never know, he says. One thing I learned since I met you, Morrigan, is not to assume you know what's coming next. Yay! We finished! We did it! Well done, guys. You did it. Now what? If you want, I can go back to the start of this and see what happens if we go find Baz. But I think in my head, I think it's better left to the imagination. I know! I can't believe he doesn't say your name. I'm so mad. Well, we're holding hands. He's learning how to be a criminal again. And everything worked out just fine. Nothing of value was lost. Yep. Yeah, I really liked that. I really was worried Vivian was gonna die for a bit there. I would have been so mad. We leave it that way. Okay. Yeah, fair. But yeah, no, that was good. I loved that. I can't believe it took that long. Even though I knew it was like over 1 million words. It was still good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you've stuck with it for the long run. I'm gonna eat a celebratory after 8. And then I'm gonna put them back in the cupboard. Yay. Yeah, I really love text adventures, purely because it's like reading a book that you pick one you know you're going to enjoy, but you get to decide what happens. It sounds obvious, but there's something really nice about that. Thank you guys for joining me. These games are a lot more fun when you play with them with other people, so. Right. So I suppose after that, loved it. Not much else to say about it, other than the only thing I will say is I wish that Vivian said, Morrigan instead of Starbrat. Like, I'm sure Starbrat is kind of cute, but I would rather he say something a little less, not mean, but a little less, you know. So, speaking of more, right, actually, first things first, in terms of the main channel stuff, I have recorded, latest video. I'm still, it's like, I think 2.5 hours long, but I haven't edited it, oh my goodness gracious, edited it down, so it's probably going to realistically go to an hour and a half, because I think there was a lot of like construction noises in the background I have to edit out, and obviously mistakes in sentences. So that'll be done when it's done, and that's basically some Soulless character analysis, with a good chunk of Soul Villain in there for good measure. I really enjoyed working on it. Beyond that, after that, it's the Ilgunan video. I've got a video that's a criticism about what Veilguard did with Varric. We'll see where that goes. And probably some other stuff I can't remember in the moment. So now that we've done the text adventure, next week I am going to start playing Dragon Age and Mass Effect. Woohoo! So Tuesdays, Text Adventure Tuesdays, are going to be replaced with Dragon Age Origins, and I'll live stream that, yeah, and play through the entire series at a leisurely pace now that I don't have to worry about speeding through the game because Veilguard's coming out. So that'll be good. So I'll do that Tuesday. I think Tuesday what I'm gonna do is just try all of the Origins before I'll continue the rest of the series with my canon, because I just kind of want to play for all of the Origins again. Solus, yes. And Monday I'm gonna do Mass Effect, playing through that series, which will be extra fun because I think I've mentioned a few times, but I've never really played Mass Effect. In Mass Effect, the first Mass Effect, I have, you know, I can check right this second how many hours I have in it. It's barely any. Where are you, Mass Effect? Mass Effect Legendary Edition. No hours, okay. Mass Effect Regular Edition. 17.5 hours. So yeah, I've not even played 20 hours of that game. So I've played like, I think the point I got to was the betrayal, we landed on the planet, bad things happened, went back to the Citadel. Shepard, you're a big boss now. You're a special secret agent thing. I don't remember what it's called. And then we went off and I stopped playing. I haven't played past that. I don't know what happens in any of the series, so it's going to be pretty much a completely blind playthrough, which I'm nervous for. I'm really shocked. I know that all I know is in Mass Effect 3, they changed it or something because people didn't like it, something like that. In Mass Effect 2, all I know about that is it's the plot is a suicide mission. That's it. Oh, that and I know that Garrus is a romance, but not until the second game, I think. And Shepard is the protagonist of all three games. Oh, I have played Andromeda for a significant amount of time, so that's the only Mass Effect I've really properly played. I really liked my rider. She was great. I played 78 hours of Andromeda, so I guess I really liked it. Yeah, no, I'm really excited. So next Monday, I'll probably start playing Mass Effect. Tuesday, Dragon Age Origins. Woohoo! Which is going to be annoying because with Origins, because I want to play through all of the different Origins before I continue with one of them, which is going to be my female Tabris run, because that's my canon. I know, because obviously aren't they, all of the Origins can be a little bit different depending on whether you play male or female, or a mage or non-mage. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but it'll be fine. I'll probably be playing that for quite a while. That's I'm trying to think. That might actually it could take about 6 hours to play for all of the Origins. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully Mass Effect works out fine. I'm dreading it though because I don't know. With Dragon Age, I'm comfortable with playing it. I know what happens. I know what to do. But Mass Effect, I'm like, I'm gonna miss something. I'm gonna mess it up. Oh, is it just the city elf? Okay. Okay, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I played Origins. I know, like, if you play a male noble dwarf and a female noble dwarf, I know, like, you can have a child if you play a male noble dwarf. But other than that, well, actually no, in the Origins you don't see the consequence of that, really, do you? Never mind. It's pretty much the same. But yeah, that's where things are going. I do hope I get to see you guys in stream next week, but if you can't make it, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I know it's an extra amount of time taken out of people's lives, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. Yay. Anything else? I've gone over the channel stuff. I've got that stuff next week. I think I posted in the Discord when the streaming will begin, but oh, you know what? I love the Human Noble one. I think that's a very close second for me. Mass Effect. It will be when I play it. You know what? I might actually name my shepherd that. You can rename. You can. Shepherd's last name is always Shepherd, but you can You can like. I'd be able to name her. Pick her first name, right? Because if I can, I'm calling her Mess Effect. Oh, that's too good. I need to write that down somewhere, actually. Mess Effect. Very tiny difference between... oh, the human noble or... Yeah, no, actually, yeah. Yeah, no, you can flirt with the handmaid or the noble son, right? Oh, I really love doing that, actually. Oh, you can also flirt with Duncan, can't you? At the very start. It's the only one where you can be like, hey, Duncan. What's a flirt? Question mark. You're looking pretty sorty today, sir. I don't know. Oh, our stats! Oh my goodness. Yes. I think we'll end with stats and then I'll let you guys go because I know it's getting kind of late. Right. So our strength, those don't matter, I don't think anymore, but Demeanor, very merciful. We still, yeah, no, these, literally this doesn't matter. Save your tyrant. Yeah. Aww. Baz, damn it. Oh, Renard, like, we brought him back to life. And Richard hates us a bit more. Yeah, Duncan, like, in Dragon Age Origins, Duncan. Daddy Duncan. No, I'm trying to think of a flirt about Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't know how to do it. You can Dunkin' my donuts, I don't know. Yeah, Keiko, we're finished. That's us literally just finished. We did it. We brought Vivian back to life. We're dating, and Mum died. Baz left, upset, and Richard hates us, even though we brought him back to life. I would eat a donut right now. I literally just glanced at my after eights and I'm like, no, not eating them. Nope. Yeah, on that note, I'm probably gonna end stream now. I'll let you guys have a good rest of your evening. Yeah. I'll keep you posted in the Discord if I don't otherwise. But next week, Mass Effect Monday and Dragon Age Tuesday. Anything else? Nothing other than thank you for joining me for these streams. It has been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you being here and participating in chat and whatnot, because yeah, it was really fun. I'll let you guys go now. I'll see you all when I see you. Bye bye!